four brothers in a van, and then a meteor hit, and they ran as fast as they could, and then a giant meteor showed up, and a bunch of cat monsters, and that's when things got knocked into 27th gear. And an alien Mexican armada shows up with weapons made from tomatoes. But you can bet your bottom dollar these four brothers know how to handle business in alien invasion, tomato, Mexican monster armada brothers, or just regular brothers running in a van from a tornado and all sorts of things. The movie 4. But wait, there's more. A bunch of old ladies show up and they're going to cross attack these four brothers. But you don't want to hear about here, folks, because these brothers got a special bond. But when the moon starts pummeling to Earth, what are you going to do? It's four brothers, and they're four brothers. It's just called Four Brothers. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Buttery Show. And we're here to discuss
in the hell?
The third. We're here to discuss the 2005 film Four Brothers, which is the third and currently final installment of the Two Brothers franchise. After two of the cast members left the movie franchise, they were recast by Andre 3000 and by Tyrese Gibson. And then the fourth brother who joins them is none other than Marky Mark himself. We haven't seen any sequels since then, but Tyrese Gibson in 2020 did write a tweet that they're currently working on a script for a fourth film called Five Brothers.
You're making that up.
I am not.
You're making that up. Anyways,
I am
guys. Anyways, hello, guys. I'm Marky Leo Mark. This is Mike 3000. And in honor in honor of my favorite holiday.
He said, not only that, but look at here. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits. You name it. God name it.
Ducks and sausage and halibut.
In honor of my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, which happy early Thanksgiving, people.
My second favorite holiday.
We will be doing a movie the night before Thanksgiving. We were talking about Four Brothers. And as Mike has already said, it is a 2005 American crime drama, also a homage to 70s exploitation movies.
Blaxploitation.
It stars Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese Gibson, Andre 3000, homeboy from Tron Legacy, Joel Edgerford, Taraji P. Henson, Sofia Vergara,
and not
Aaron Howard.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Maine.
I was gonna say.
No, we gonna make the main jokes tonight. Anyway,
I was gonna say a detective next time.
Next time, baby. People, y'all are in for a treat because the last time we got together, we talked about Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which I've already said is my second favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie in the franchise. We're talking about one of my favorite holiday movies. And yes, people, Four Brothers is a Thanksgiving movie. The rules are it needs to take place around the Thanksgiving week or Thanksgiving month. And considering the fact that the first 20 minutes of the movie takes place a day and a half before and during and after Thanksgiving, it counts as a Thanksgiving film.
And the only reason we're not doing Spider-Man is because we already did Spider-Man years ago.
Yeah.
Because that movie counts.
Show. We did on the Struggle Gang podcast. So we done with Spider-Man. We done with Spidey until Beyond Spider-Verse comes out. Anyways, before we get into it, so the movie, its budget was $30 million. Came out of the box office with $92.5 million. This movie was a very high grossing movie at the time. We came out around August. So this is around the time after Fantastic Four came out and after Dark Knight came out. So It's okay.
Wait,
and I remember correctly, also Revenge of the Sith.
Dark Knight. No, wait, no, not Dark Knight. Batman Begins.
My bad. The Batman Begins.
Let's see. Here's the thing. The Batman Begins should have been called Dark Knight. Dark Knight should have been called Dark Knight Falls, so that the third movie, Dark Knight Rises, makes sense.
Oh my god. Anyways, real quick, before we even get to the plot, let's talk about some of the guys. First things first. We want to talk about a black all-star. May he rest in peace. The director of the movie, John Singleton. For those of y'all who don't know, John Singleton is one of the pioneering black directors of the 90s and the 2000s. This man is responsible for Boys in the Hood. This man is also responsible for Higher Learning, Poetic Justice, My Son Running Around.
That was a great movie. I heard it was nominated for an Oscar.
Yes, My Son Running Around did get nominated for an Oscar. He was also responsible.
Sadly, it lost to Life of Pi.
Oh my god. He was also responsible for the 2000 remake of Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson. He was also directed Too Fast, Too Furious. He worked on Empire, Rebel, The People vs. OJ, and of course, the BET Classic, aka if you tune into BET on a Sunday or even after midnight, Baby Boy. Before any of y'all ask, me and New York Mike, because I know my boy Mike Brogdon is in the chat. What's up, bro? I miss you guys. I miss you too, bro. I missed you too. Shouts to Mike. We watched the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight on TikTok together.
How'd that go?
Hey, look, the only match I was pissed about was the Serrano Taylor fight. That's the only match I was pissed about. It was an entertaining match. We know Tyson's still a legend. He didn't get knocked out. But we'll talk about that.
You know what's really funny? It's like you were expecting Rocky 3 because Homeboy being moving up the charts because of fixed fights, but turns out that it ended up being Rocky 6, where the old dude gets busted by the new dude.
Oh my god. Anyways, Singleton also directed this movie and also directed the movie Abduction. I think that was his last movie he directed, but he did produce Hustle and Flow. He produced Black Snake Moan, which I know we're gonna have to talk about at some point. He was the executive producer of that movie. Remember the movie Woo with Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah,
he did that one. And then outside that, he did television, as we said. We talked about Empire. We talked about Rebels. We talked about American Crime Story. He also was a director, executive producer, and the writer to Snowfall. If you have not watched Snowfall
I've seen Snowfall. Like, honestly, I think Snowfall reinvigorated people's love for Run DMC.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. But no, third album. It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. It's tricky.
All right, but no, let's talk about the main cast real quick. Let's talk about our boy Marky Mark, aka Mark Wahlberg, aka the founder of Wahlburgers. Just out of curiosity, because you and I are both foodies. Is it good?
Never been.
Okay.
Want to, but never been.
All right, Mark Wahlberg, aka Marky Mark from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. There's a lot we can talk about. There's a lot good this man's done. There's a lot of stuff we don't really talk about, but at some point we may have to talk about it in any of his other movies. But Mark Wahlberg is one of the hardest working men in Hollywood. God bless his man. This man was in Fear. He was in Boogie Nights. He was in Renaissance Man. He was in Music of the People. He was in Perfect Storm. What's that full name? Tim Burton remake to Planet of the Apes. He was in The Italian Job, The Departed, this movie, The Fighter, Ted 2, The Other Guy, Daddy's Home.
One of the most hated films of all time.
Don't talk about those two movies. No.
I wonder, like, is that Pamela Isley's favorite movie?
Anyways, he was also in he also was the executive. Funny enough, Mark Wahlberg, outside being an actor, he was also in one of my favorite Michael Bay movies, Pain and Gain. He's also become an executive producer. He's worked on Entourage. He worked on Boardwalk Empire. He worked on How to Make It in America, Ballers, McMillions. Mark Wahlberg has done it all at this point.
And he has a music career. Made 4 albums.
We are talking about Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. I mean, look, Good Vibrations.
Mhm.
I want to see sweat coming out your pores. Black, white, red, come feel vibration. Anyways.
But also he was in your favorite film, Transformers 4.
Stop it. What did I just say? What did I just say? Don't you bring that
What? What?
I told you about that. We don't talk about that movie.
What? See how I did the Budweiser thing just now?
Real quick. Speaking of Transformers, Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson. Y'all know this man. This man's been in the entire Fast and the Furious franchise.
Speaking of Fast, Too Furious.
Then Fast 4, Fast 5, Fast 6, Fast 7, Fast 8, Fast 9, Fast X Part 1.
And the Universal Studios ride.
And the Universal Studios ride. He was also in Transformers 1, Transformers 2, Transformers 3. This man was also in Baby Boy, which I know at some point we're going to have to review it. That will be a BET exclusive, meaning it'll just be me and Mike and probably Jarrett doing that. Because
you know what's hilarious for me though? But some people might not realize that fight scene at the beginning of Too Fast, Too Furious is probably one of the most realistic fight scenes in movie history.
Oh my god!
Two guys,
real quick. Tyrese is also a musician. He has made some really good songs. This man's been in the music game since 1998, and if I remember correctly, I'm going to look this up real quick. He did get nominated for the at the American Music Awards for favorite new R&B soul artist. He has been nominated several times at the Grammys for best R&B male vocal performer, R&B album, traditional R&B performance, and best R&B song. This man has done it all at this point.
And much like Wahlberg, he was in the Transformers franchise.
I know. We just talked about that.
I know. Like, it's funny how so many actors from Transformers are in this franchise.
Oh my god! And then we got our boy Andre 3000.
Yeah.
We love us some Andre 3000 from
Andre Benjamin.
Outcast.
Yes, he even had his own cartoon, just like Jackie Chan did.
Would you like to come and have a cameo? Come here. We're talking about Thanksgiving, buddy. Daddy's favorite holiday.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
And he's off again. Anyways, Andre 3000. This man has done it all too. I think he did win a Grammy, but he's also become a really big actor. I mean, he was in this. He was in Idlewild.
Scary Movie 4.
The Class of 3000.
Hell yeah.
We love that show.
Yeah, and that show was great. Like the time when Little D sold his soul to the record label.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, we all remember that.
And then we also got my boy, Garrett Hedlund, who plays the youngest brother, Jackie. Now, for those y'all who don't know who he is, he was in Troy. He was in Friday Night Lights, Aragon, Death Sentence, Country.
Aragon.
Yep. Pan, Mudbound, Triple Frontier, The Marsh King's Daughter, and of course, the greatest sequel of all time. Tron
Here we go.
Legacy. We are going to review Tron and Tron Legacy at some point, people.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
When's Tron 3 coming out?
Soon. And 9 Inch Nails is doing the album. I am excited. I am. Ooh.
I wish The Cure could have done the album.
We also got Terrence Howard. We'll talk about real quick.
Next time, baby.
Iron Man. He was in freaking.
He was in that one show by Shyamalan on Fox. What was it called again? That one show that.
I don't remember.
Like he played a police officer on that show. It's gonna bother me. And yes, he was in Empire. He's most famous for Empire. Never watched Empire.
He was also in The Butler, Princess and the Frog, Red Tails, Crash, Biker Boys,
Crescent City, Cutthroat City, The Walk, The System, Sabotage,
Ray.
Movie 43, House of Bodies, Prisoners, The Ledge.
Right. And then lastly, we'll talk about this guy, Joel Ejiofor. This is our
Yeah.
first Joel Ejiofor movie, huh?
Yeah.
So
Now-
Joel Ejiofor, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you something. When I found out that Chiwetel Ejiofor was in this movie, I'm like, Jimon Hanzo had better be in this movie too, because I need that SNL skit to be real. Chiwetel Ejiofor, he is currently most famous for playing Mordo from Doctor Strange. Let me tell you, Spider-Man, the animated series, the 90s, Mordo is one of my favorite guest villains. Obviously, as far as main villains go, like we all know who my favorite is, but as far as guest villains go, you know, it definitely wasn't Doctor Doom. I'll tell you what, it definitely wasn't Doctor Doom. But yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor playing Mordo was, damn, this is good stuff. Yes, I was so happy. Oh yeah, and also he was in 2012 Salt Endgame, Secret of Lies, 999, Come Sunday, Lockdown, Old Guard, Elephant Queen, Infinite. What else was he in? Oh yeah,
Children of Men.
He played Orsino in The 12th Night. And you know how much I love me some Shakespeare.
He was also in Salt, The Martian, Sherlock Gnomes. He was in The Lion King live action.
He played Watson, didn't he?
I believe so. Yeah. And of course, he was in the movie that made me not want to talk to a vast majority of my friends at the time, which was 12 Years a Slave.
I still can't help but feel like it was a remake of another movie with the same plot.
Anyways,
can't help but feel.
Real quick, I'll just go real quick. So, I remember watching this movie. I saw this movie back in 2007. Yeah, I saw this movie back in no. I saw this movie back in 2006. So this is like a year after the movie came out, and I remember it was all over Encore. It was all over HBO, all over Cinemax.
TNT.
TNT.
For me.
This movie did very well in theaters, but it blew up on the home movie market. And when it was on cable, oh my, I can tell you, I've seen this movie as much as you've seen Speed. That's how much I've seen this movie.
And that's why you're the boss this week.
Yeah, but
next 2 weeks.
When was the first time you saw this movie, bro? Go ahead.
Okay. I've seen bits and pieces of it on TBS, TNT, USA, you know, that whole 9 yards of cable. But I had to say this was the first time I've watched it from start to end. And even then, like, I had to watch it in segments because it's been a rough week. But, but still, I like this movie. I wish I watched it sooner. I really like the chemistry between some of the actors. And, yeah, honestly, I wish this movie had earlier installments. Like, I wish this was actually a sequel to an earlier film of when the four brothers were younger and stuff. I would want to watch that movie. So
What's
yes,
funny,
I wish Two Brothers and Three Brothers were a real film so that I could watch both of those.
What's funny is that I think this has been out for years. Maybe it's just a rumor. They've been wanting to make a TV version or like an Amazon or like a streaming version of this show into a TV show, but that's just rumors. There's no confirmation of this ever happening. But if they do make it, I would love to see it. But yeah, let's get started, dude. All right, so you got Mark Wahlberg. So you got the Mercers. You got Bobby Mercer, Mark Wahlberg. You got Angel Mercer, Tyrese Gibson. You got Jeremiah Mercer, Andre 3000, and you got Jackie Mercer, played by Garrett Hedlund. They are four brothers who were adopted by this one woman named Evelyn. This nice,
and they're just regular brothers.
They're happy, they're singing, and they're multicolored.
Yeah, it's like the cast of Power Rangers.
High five. Anyway,
Yes! Yes!
So all four of them come home. Now, here's the thing. All of them have come in different walks of life. Bobby is always causing trouble. Jackie is a rock star. Jeremiah is
a real estate developer.
Yeah, blue collar worker, real estate developer, trying to
Unionized.
Do well for the community. Angel, they alluded to this, and I had to watch this a couple of times. Hustler turned soldier. We don't know if he served in the U.S. Army or the Marines, but considering the fact that Tyrese Gibson does play a Marine in Transformers, we're just gonna say Marine.
They actually confirm in the movie that he was a Marine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he has a crazy ass girl on and off girlfriend. We'll talk about her in a minute. But no, so they all come home to Detroit because Evelyn has been killed. We find out later on that it was a setup, but they do a Thanksgiving together as brothers, and throughout that whole Thanksgiving scene when they're eating at the table, they're all seeing Evelyn.
Wait, did you mention the very beginning of the movie?
Yeah, she got murked in the freaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Evelyn got murked in the store, in the convenience store. Now, I'm not talking about just any regular convenience store. This is one of those convenience stores where it's like a mom and pop convenience store where they have just about everything, like including groceries,
Thanksgiving turkeys,
hams, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb. You name it. And these fools killed her. After she just gave a life lesson to a young man who was trying to steal. And she's like, you shouldn't be out. Go on now. She sound real talk. I'm going to say this right now. Obviously, Mike, you my brother. Ryan's my brother. And my other two homies, they're my brothers too. You already know, dead ass. If something happens, in a sense where something were to happen to Ryan's mama, I'm going to air this city out. I'm just letting you know. We're going to air it out. We're spinning the block. I'm just letting you know, okay? I just if we can take your car, because your car ain't that recognizable.
Everyone assumes my car is a cop car. It's the most recognizable car.
Not a lot of people drive your car, your model car. That's all. Anyways, so they go home, and they're gonna have as they're eating Thanksgiving together. They all see an image of Evelyn, except Bobby. Bobby is not over Evelyn's death because it hit him the hardest, right? And so we learn more about what Jeremiah is doing. Jeremiah is trying to get this real estate thing going. He's trying to and this union thing going as well. We'll get to that later on.
Yeah, what I really find interesting is that when they're having Thanksgiving dinner, 3 of the 4 brothers have a vision of their mom. They're telling them it's like freaking oh, you have all those tattoos and stuff. Like, don't need to hide them, but use better table manners.
Get your elbow off my table.
Yeah. It's like I love how like the 3 brothers were like seeing visions of their mom, and like it's like they're remembering things that she taught them. But interestingly enough, Bobby's the only one who doesn't see a vision of her. So
that's because he's not over yet.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just saying it's like gotta check.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Like Chekhov's gun has 4 chambers. We loaded 3 of the rounds. Gotta let those rounds load. Why you gotta do Chekhov's revolver so dirty, man?
Chekhov's revolver.
Yeah, 4 chambers.
Oh my god. Anyways, but no, I actually do like the fact that Bobby is the only one who's not over her death. You gotta keep in mind, Bobby, when Terrence Howard calls Bobby the heavyweight champion F up with the family, he kind of is. He kind of is. Okay. And when, and I'm pretty sure I think he was the last person to have not seen his mom. At some point, everyone else has seen the mom except him because he's been on the run or doing whatever he needs to do to make money, make ends meet, and stay out of trouble because man keeps going to jail left and right. And this John Singleton universe, the John Singleton cinematic universe, doesn't matter how many times you go to jail, if you have a heart of gold, you'll be okay. Case in point, Friday. Case in point, Boys in the Hood. Case in point, Poetic Justice. Higher Learning. Baby Boy. Anyways. So they start going around town trying to find out who killed Mrs. Mercer. And in fact, they run into our homie, Ethan, from Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's like we've been running into Kevin a lot this year. You're like we got In His Father's Shoes with Homeboy from Goosebumps, and now he's here. I'm like, and the thing is, when I watched that scene like on syndication, I didn't like notice it right away. But when I was watching it like last night, I'm like, hold on. Is that Kevin? Is that Kevin? Oh my God, it's Kevin.
I remember you messaged me, is Kevin? I'm like, yes, that is. That's the Blue Ranger.
Yeah, he's like, listen, man, we're looking for Tommy Oliver. We heard that he knows who killed our mama.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sadly, it is the 2-year anniversary. So
I know.
Yeah, but gotta. Man, talk about parallels, man.
Here's the thing, Ethan, you're not about the life. Why are you wearing aluminum? Why are you wearing aluminum necklace, aluminum chain, dog? So they
got it from Cassidy.
They find Ethan's brother, and they damn near kill him because as he's trying to escape,
Home Alone style.
Go get his ass, Chucky.
Arrow scene.
When Mark Wahlberg starts shooting at the dogs, I'm like, Mike is not gonna like this. But at least he didn't kill the dogs.
Yes.
And he's like, don't kill my dog, man. And then
I was like, I swear to God, if you kill either of those dogs, I'm gonna kill. And like, I did not finish that sentence because I'm like, no, that would be ridiculous. And then guess what? My threat happened. We'll get back to it.
So after the guy gave them the killers who killed the mom, they go to that club and we have a pretty decent snow car chase scene. A pretty good one.
John Wick style.
You got
the nightclub, the car chase, got the full Wick.
And so they kill the two guys, and you would think it's over, but it's not. There's
just like the song from the Disney Channel series. You think it was over, but so not over. You think it was over, but so not over. Life with Derek. That's what it's called.
Yes, Life with Derek. Good show too.
Yeah, just don't read the fan fiction.
Why would I? First of all, you know me. I don't read fan fiction.
But see, here's the problem. The actors read the fan fiction.
Yes, but they're just reading it.
Yeah, anyways. But I'm not gonna go into it.
So real quick, going back to Terrence Howard. So Terrence Howard is one of the detectives in Detroit. He is investigating more of the killing of their mom because he was friends with all four of them growing up. He played hockey because remember, hockey is the staple in Detroit. And so he knows that Bobby and the rest of the brothers are going to do what they got to do to find the mom's murder. And he's trying to cover it up as much as he possibly can because he's ride or die. But his partner Fowler, played by Josh Charles. We love Josh Charles, by the way.
But we hate his character.
We love Josh Charles. We love Josh Charles. Josh Charles, shout out to you, man. This man was in The Good Wife. He was in Dead Poet Society. He was in Don't Tell the Mama the Babysitter's Dead. With our girl Danielle Harris. He was in SWAT a couple of years before this movie came out. He was in Bird People, Adult Beginnings, Freeheld, Whiskey Tango, Foxtrot, Amateur.
The Tina Fey movie.
Yep. He was also in The Power, which is a pretty good, I saw a pretty decent Jamie Foxx movie. He was in Drunk History, Law and Order True Crime. He was in Masters of Sex. He was in Inside Amy Schumer. And yeah, so we don't like Fowler. We'll go into reasons why. But
let's say he's the Doug Stanton of this movie.
Yeah. Yes, he is Doug Stanton. Good. Anyways.
Yeah, I just finished season 3, so you know.
But no, and Terrence Howard said one of my favorite lines when it comes to all these guys trying to do what they gotta do.
Y'all are in Detroit.
No. It's y'all keep knocking on the devil's door. Sooner or later, somebody's going to answer it.
Mm-hmm. Which is a far cry from it's not business, it's personal. I want to shoot you so bad.
Stop, because at some point we're gonna have to go back and review again New Jack City, and I am for it. And you're gonna have to say that in Ukrainian because I
don't speak Ukrainian.
No, you gotta say it in Russian because I know damn well I can't say that on here.
Hey,
anyway.
Although I'll say this. Ice-T's second best line, though.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, so we're then introduced to Joel Ejiofor. Ejiofor is pretty much the crime boss of Detroit. Like, he owns the police. He has people everywhere, right? And you find out that he's the person responsible for greenlighting the execution of the Mercer's mom. And on top of that, Angel starts to figure out that something's going on with Jeremiah. That Jeremiah's not telling the full truth of what happened to his business and stuff. But obviously, he has to take a time out. He has to take a time out because his girlfriend, played by. Here, you want to hit it? You want to hit it? Come here. You want to hit the button? Fine. Sofia Vergara.
Aged like fine.
Who plays Sophie. That's her character's name. And this is all I have to say about that. Mm-hmm. Look, we here at Buttery Show love Sofia Vergara, people. Okay? I have to go through her filmography. And we also love Taraji P. Henson, who also plays Andre 3000's wife in the movie. She's not really in the movie all that much, but she's in it enough to be like, all right, yo, we know that's Taraji. Taraji, we know you there. We know you there, girl. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
We love you.
Yeah.
So they find out a couple of things. One, the guy who was in charge of their mom's like health insurance, like her insurance and stuff like that, or her will. She had relations with the man. And you find out because Mark Wahlberg starts hitting him, doing pink belly on his ass in the cold.
I got you. Pink belly, pink belly. Come on, tell the answer. I can't. It'll ruin the integrity of the exercise. Pink belly. Okay. I like Ed, Eddie. Sue me.
So you find that he was having romantic relations with the Mercer's mom. Mark Wahlberg, he's like, hey, I still have some of her night stuff. And Mark Wahlberg's like, no, you good. You keep that. So look, I'm sorry for giving you pink belly. I'm just honestly, we're just trying to figure out what happened to our mom. And this man, you only in Detroit and only in John Singleton movies are people so understanding about the main character's motivations after the main character just whooped their ass.
Mm-hmm. Because
he legit just took an ass beating. It's like, no, you're okay. It's okay.
See, the thing is, their mom is basically Aaron a Joe Star, where like she always takes in like like troubled youths off the streets and grooms them to become the first black mayor in the state of Georgia. See, you should have kept reading JoJo. Like,
oh my god,
it's all about the cultural excellence. It always has been.
So the rest of Jackie, Bobby, and Angel start doing more digging on what's going on with Jeremiah. Because Jeremiah again is holding secrets, and so they talk to a couple of of his old union buddies about what's going on, and which ties all into Victor Sweet, including running into the Councilman Douglas, who then snitches out Victor Sweet to both Bobby and Jackie after Jackie was going to light him on fire with a cigarette. So they get Jerry to come the next day to figure out what's going on. And they also stole an envelope full of money from one of his boys.
Oh yeah!
They didn't whoop this man's ass. Mark Wahlberg starts whooping Andre 3000 because keep in mind, Bobby's the hothead of the group. He thinks that Jerry has something to do with his mom's death, only to find out that the reason why Jerry had pulled out a life insurance policy on their mom was to not only make sure to take care of her and to take care of her amenities when the time came when she passed away or something would happen to her, but also make sure his girls and his wife were okay. And on top of that was to pay off Victor Sweet, because Victor Sweet completely destroyed his entire project because he didn't want to play ball with Victor Sweet. A lot of corruption, people. Lots of corruption in Detroit, especially nowadays today. At least they're not eating the dogs and eating the cats. So he is trying to clear himself up, be like, listen, I have nothing to do with mom's death. Victor Sweet ruined my entire life, ruined my projects, got a whole bunch of people fired just because of the fact that I didn't want to play ball and give him a percentage of my earnings to help out with the community and help out with the unions and stuff. Meanwhile, as this whole thing's going on, Jackie gets shot because Victor Sweet has a bunch of mercenaries pull up to the Mercer's house and try to kill them all.
Poor Jackie, he was the youngest one.
Jackie didn't have to die, man. Yeah, so real quick, guys, big time spoilers, because this movie's almost 20 years old. Jackie dies. But in my headcanon, if I could say in my headcanon, Jackie didn't die. They put him into a virtual simulator that's able to help with bullet holes, with diseases. It was a digital frontier made by Kevin Flynn. So that way he can have life, change his name, move to Toronto.
Sadly, my friend cannot get a clue. See what I did there? Clue. You know, the villain from Toronto.
Jesus Christ. So, after these hitmen shoot up the Mercer's house, Mark Wahlberg, Andre 3000, Tyrese Gibson, and Sophia, because she's the one who's giving Angel the guns. Because remember, Angel's a former Marine, former military, so he knows what
I love how they keep the supplies in Tupperware containers like it's the day after Thanksgiving. Because it is.
Real talk, I didn't realize that was the materials that they got until I rewatched it. So I'm like, was she making oysters? Like, nah. Sofia Vergara's character, despite her being crazy, and I'm talking like the normal, typical Latina crazy, and I'm pretty sure you and I both know what that is. She's ride or die. Even when Bobby pisses her off with the most racist remarks, she will go hell and back to defend all four of them. That's a real ride or die. That's a real right. Let me tell y'all something real quick. If y'all could find to the men out there, to the men, if you can find yourself someone like Sofia Vergara, who is ride or die and will protect your homies in case something were to happen, which I'm not going to say something's going to happen, but in case something happens, she ain't going to snitch. That's a ride or die. I got myself a ride or die, and she's coming home soon. That's the mother of my child. I know she's a ride or die. That's why I'm going to marry her. Anyways, Terrence Howard realizes what the hell is happening, knows that Fowler is being paid off by Victor Sweet. He confronts him, and before he can even get throw the book at this man, Fowler shoots him twice and covers up his death. This is where the Mercers were like, you know what? We got a plan. So Jerry orchestrates a meeting with some of the union members along with Victor Sweet and to give him that $400,000 from the life insurance policy that he took out from his mama. Right? Meanwhile, Angel is going to take care of Fowler. Angel already knows the intel because, again, former military, he knows what he's doing. Knows exactly where he's at and is able to get a confession out of him. Using his emotion. Angel uses his own emotions because his mama just died not too long ago, like 3 days, like a day or two before Thanksgiving. And he's like, I got your ass. And pulls out a wire and has Detroit PD outside waiting to get Fowler. Fowler tries to shoot him when they get outside, but Detroit PD lights this fool up like he's Alex Mercer from RoboCop. He is going down.
Mercer. See, we tied that in. Yeah, and you know what else we tied in? The fact that, Kevin Duhaney was in the movie. You know who was his school's, who was his substitute science teacher? Anton Mercer.
Yo, do you think the Trent and Anton Mercer related to the Mercers? Maybe like an uncle or a cousin.
Maybe. And then one of their descendants will become RoboCop.
We're just connected a bunch. We've connected the John Singleton cinematic universe. We've connected the Power Rangers. Now we're connecting Disney.
Wait a minute. Wait. There's more. There's one screamer. Many years further into the future. One of the descendants of the Mercer family will be none other than Wilbur Mercer, who is the founder of Mercerism, which leads to the chain of events of the plot that is the book that became the movie Blade Runner.
We're nerds, bro. Anyways,
that's right. Oh. Power Rangers, Four Brothers, RoboCop, and Blade Runner are all connected.
This multiverse thing is getting on my nerves. Anyway, so
you know how I feel. Now you know how I feel.
So Jerry gives the money to Victor Sweet, but it was a coup. That money is going to go to the families of those union workers that Victor Sweet got fired and everything in between because Jerry didn't want to play ball. And because he knows that Victor Sweet is the reason why his mom is dead, Victor Sweet is like, which one y'all gonna kill him? He's like, oh no, none of us are gonna touch you. We know someone who will. And you see Mark Wahlberg walking through that snow, ready to whoop some ass, and we get one of the coolest hand-to-hand CQC fights of the 2000s. And all you watch is Mark Wahlberg whoop this fool.
Let's just say it's better than the Tyson Paul fight.
Yeah, it was. And you would think after that it'd be over. No, the Union guys take Victor Sweet and chuck his ass into the ice cold water that they were able to chisel out of the ice. Mm-hmm. And this fool drowns. And you're wondering, do the Mercers get in trouble? No, yes. Because it's Detroit. And Detroit PD loves the Mercers. and we watch Mark Wahlberg, Andre 3000, and Tyrese Gibson get interrogated and get their ass whooped by Detroit's finest. And they don't snitch. They don't rat. They get away scot-free.
Yeah.
And
It's the opposite of parappa. It's like snitch, snitch, rat, 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 snitch, snitch, rat, snitch, snitch, rat, rat, snitch, snitch, rat, snitch, snitch. Yo, I wasn't scoring dope. I was sitting in the back. It was King Kong Moochie who was driving in the car.
So they go. So after that, they go back. By the way, John Singleton's choice of the soundtrack, beautiful, because the first song of the movie is the
Jefferson
last song
Airplane.
you hear, and that is "Trouble Man" by Marvin Gaye.
Huh. I remember the song. "Somebody to Love" by Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, they played that. They played that. No, by that I mean, but during the title card, not the song that Evelyn Mercer was playing. I'm talking about the title card intro song, which was "Trouble Man" by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, there was a lot of great songs like that one song. God, I'm trying to remember the name of that song. God, it's gonna bother me all day. I Wish It Would Rain by the Temptations.
I know
Temptations.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah, I wish it would rain by the Temptation.
But as the movie closes, Mark Wahlberg talks to some of the kids in the neighborhood because keep in mind, like once again, Evelyn Mercer made a huge impact on her community, all around Detroit. As we said before, Terrence Howard's doing his monologue. Each person was Evelyn Mercer was able to help foster several kids and get them to really good families. And the only 4 that were not able to get into a good foster family were these 4 brothers right here. So she brought them in and raised them all as her sons.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very powerful. There's a very powerful message in this movie, and that blood is thicker than, and that you do not have to be blood to be family.
Mm-hmm.
And I love and considering the fact that Thanksgiving is the time where people should be with their families, and I understand some people aren't able to be with their families and stuff like that,
or some people refuse to be with family,
or some people even refuse to be with families.
Some reasons justified, some not so much.
Yeah. Just know that your homies are your family too, and then forget that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, they are your ride or die. They will help you live your life a quarter mile at a time. Listen to this movie.
You know what? I'm gonna give that a pass. And Tyrese Gibson's in this movie. But the last thing you see is Evelyn's spirit talking to Bobby, because Bobby is finally at peace with his mom being gone, and now he is the man of the family. And making sure everyone stays out of trouble. And that is the end of the movie.
Yeah. And then we get some good hockey scenes in the end credits.
Oh, yeah. We get some outro. We get some epilogue and prologues of Bobby, of Jerry, of Bobby playing hockey, Jerry protesting, Angel trying to get on the plane with a gun, considering the fact that he did serve, and Jackie, before he died, was a rock star. He had his own band and everything, and just came to Detroit just to help bury his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Jackie ain't dead. He is somewhere in this thing called the digital frontier, healing.
He's there. The grid.
A digital frontier.
The grid, a digital frontier where new life can spawn from zeros and ones. An infinite possibility can be emerged from its vastness.
Anyways, so yeah, real quick. So I will say this: my positives and negatives. I really don't have any negatives to say. And I think every time I see this movie, I get more information than I thought I would. For example, Jerry and Jack are the only ones that know about their adoption papers and know who their moms are, because when Evelyn died, in her will, she had their adoption papers. Unfortunately, Angel and Bobby still did not. There were no papers for Angel and Bobby. They still did not know who their parents are, and that's really sad. I'm like, damn, these two were able to figure out who their families are, but you guys
or at least would be able to figure out.
I mean, and to be fair with Jackie, I think it was okay if we didn't know too much, because they alluded in the movie that Jackie probably came from a very abusive family, and I think he took Evelyn's death the hardest, aside from Bobby, because she helped him feel again. If y'all think I'm just pulling this out of my butt, watch that scene again when he is seeing her spirit.
Yeah, because he's not making eye contact with his brothers, and then after seeing her spirit, then he starts making eye contact with them.
Yeah, those are the eyes of someone who went through some straight-ish before he was adopted by Mrs. Mercer. That is PTSD right there. But no, I love this movie. Great Thanksgiving movie. A very star-studded cast of future Oscar nominees, Grammy Award winners. You name it.
And failed MCU actors.
Yes, and future MCU actors. I'm looking at
some more than others.
Yeah, and Tyrese Gibson.
Who did Tyrese play?
He was in Morbius. Your favorite movie.
Wait, was he one of the basketball players?
No, in Morbius he played one of the detectives.
Oh, Morbius. I thought you were talking about. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Morbius. Yeah, he played one of the detectives. Yeah. Man, if only they fixed that last third of the film, because the first 2/3 were just so good.
Well, if only they fixed all the movie, but that's not.
But it's not an MCU movie, though.
I give the movie multiverse.
It's Sony.
Multiverse.
Just
multiverse. Vulture from the MCU.
Just because Sony had that one thing, it doesn't mean.
Let me tell you something. Vulture from the MCU is now in the Sony universe. Multiverse.
Yeah, but that makes him like a multi-property character. But the thing is, it's like Morbius is in this world. It's like just because you cross a character.
9 out of 10.
It's like saying like all of the X-Men prequels were MCU just because Evan Peters showed up in one episode of WandaVision.
No, multiverse.
You
thank Deadpool and Wolverine for that one.
But then it's like saying that like all the Ninja Turtles adaptations are canon because of Turtles Forever.
They are multiverse.
I need to take that hat away from him.
Anyways, go ahead, bro. Likes and dislikes.
Okay. This movie, I like this movie. I wish I could have given it a more fair view. By which I mean, watch it all the way through without interruption. Because unfortunately, the one time I didn't watch it all the way through, I did have to take breaks in between because work and sleep or lack thereof. But yeah, no, I like I said, I love the chemistry between these characters. Some of the fight scenes I liked more than others. I mean, definitely enjoyed the Wahlberg brawl against Geoffar. But I feel like given how good the chemistry between these brothers were, I really wish that this was not the first of potentially 2 installments of a franchise. Like, I wish this was actually a sequel. And I don't mean, we should make a prequel after the fact. No, I mean, I wish that sometime before 2005, they made a movie that took place before this movie that explores the relationship of the 4 brothers. because I am genuinely interested in like what they were up to before. And yeah, sure, like we know, like, oh, well, one was in prison, one was a contractor, one was a Marine, and one was a rock star. But I want to see them do like hockey and crimes. I want to see them do, like the show Parenthood, not like the one based on the 1980s Steve Martin. Yes. I wish we had that, but for the four brothers. It doesn't have to be long. You can make it just 2 seasons. Heck, you could even make it a 1-season show, just a 22-episode stint. But I want Parenthood level of writing on this prequel to Four Brothers. This movie is a 9.2 for me.
All right, then. All right, so let's read a couple of these comments. We already looked at one of them. Are you sure you're done with this with Spidey? I mean, like I said, Beyond Spider-Verse isn't out yet. Hopefully, we'll get like a trailer soon. But yeah,
we already did the first 2 movies, if I recall.
True. Yeah, I remember correctly. I was on the Across the Spider-Verse review with you guys too. I remember that. Anyways, 4 brothers who are just regular. They're happy, they're singing, and they're multicolored.
Running in a van from all sorts of things. The movie.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching our review of Four Brothers. We do appreciate it. Once again, do check this movie out. If you love John Singleton,
it's movies, available on Amazon Video, so you don't need like a USDA Choice membership to watch it.
Exactly,
but me, I'm a DVD supremacist, so find your local CD store.
Well, Mike, my brother from another mother, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto, and you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. How about you?
All right, well, y'all lovely people can find me at, where is it? Here it is. Twitch at twitch.tv/Fox, and you can follow me on Twitter or X and Instagram at @the_Fox. And stay tuned because next week we got another Thanksgiving classic coming y'all's way. And as usual, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the Buttery Show. Make sure you subscribe to our sister channel, the Morphin Network, where we conduct interviews with various Power Ranger actors and actresses and voice actors from the past and present. We review all Kamen Rider, all Super Sentai, all Ultraman,
I just did a review of a Kamen Rider Gov episode 11, and tomorrow we're gonna do Bakuage Sentai Boom Boomcher episode 37. Yes, we do Arc, we do Gov, we do Boom Boomcher, and we're doing Gaim. Finally done with all the movies that take place in the middle of the series. Still got 3 movies to go and a stage play. But we will be done before the end of the year, so that's good. And also we got interviews.
Yep, we got some interviews coming out this week. I am literally about to finish 2 other interviews that I was doing before this. So yeah, I won't go into detail, but it's gonna be dope. But until then, guys.
And tomorrow we're gonna do yet another Thanksgiving related movie. What that movie is, you're gonna have to follow, like, and subscribe to us to find out.
Yes. Anyways, till then, guys. This is Leo. This is Marky Leo Mark. This is Mike 3000. As always, so long. Farewell. Feel the vibration. Feel it. Feel it.
And goodbye.
Peace. It's just a good vibration. It's just a sweet.